Hello.
Hello.
Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Good. We need that. We need that very much to hear each other. That's very
Yeah.
good. Thank you for coming on, Cambly, and welcome back to Cambly. I'm glad that you're here today. You can probably see I'm Peter. I'm in the United States, and you are in Saudi Arabia, perhaps?
You're right.
Very good. Very good. What name do you use?
What?
What name do you use?
My name is Ahmed.
Ahmed. Okay. Nice to meet you. Thank you
Nice to
for
meet
coming
you
on.
too.
Did you want to talk about something particular today?
Yeah, I got channel in YouTube. I make vlogs and I talk about sometimes I talk about English language. A lot of people they ask me how to learn English language.
How to learn it? Well, there are a lot of ways to learn it. The natural way of learning it is the way that children learn every language. English, Arabic, whatever language they learn by hearing, listening, looking, and imitating. That's how they learn it. And it apparently is a good way of learning because all people can speak. They can speak well. That is very much the same as what we do here on Cambly. Here on Cambly, you're
Yep.
in much the position of a young child, uh, or I would be if I were learning another language. You talk to someone who speaks that language, you hear it, you understand it, or you don't, and ask questions, and just piece by piece, you begin to understand it.
Do you think the practice is the important thing
It's
to
all
learn any
important. It's
language?
completely important. If you do not practice, you will lose it. It doesn't make any difference if it's English or it's your native language. I have known several native speakers of different languages, not English, but other languages, who came here to the United States. And over a long period of time, they didn't speak their native language because there was no one else around. And they forgot their native language. Practice is very important.
How about people who said we should travel to learn English language, like to travel to United States or to British?
It's very good if you can do it. But if you can't travel, you don't have the money to travel, you don't have the time to travel, you don't have the ability to travel, the country won't let you in, whatever those reasons are, then that's not a way you can learn. It is an excellent way of learning, going to a country and just starting to live with the people. Very good way of learning. It can be very frustrating, but it's a good way of learning.
Yeah, that's right. How many months do you think it's enough to be professional in English language?
That depends entirely on the person. There are some people, and they're called polyglots, who just learn languages. It doesn't have to be English, any language. They learn them just like that. For some reason, they're very, very fast at learning languages. There is an international polyglot convention in Bratislava, Slovakia, every year. And some of these
Yeah.
people know 10 or 11 different languages well. Other people have been struggling for years to learn one language. So it depends on the person. However, if you if you pay close attention to it, I give you
I can't hear you.
sign off. I'm going to write this. Sign off.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you right now.
Okay. If we have a breakdown, if the connection fails, the picture might go or the voice might go. Sign off. Just leave. Come back in immediately. I'll wait for you.
Okay.
That usually
Right now it's
fixes.
okay.
Yeah,
Right now it's okay.
yeah. It does happen. It happens a lot recently because so many people are on the internet. That will usually fix it. But as I was saying, a year or a year and a half will usually give you very good proficiency in English. Depends entirely on the person, though.
Okay, I get it.
In a week, how often do you come on Cambly?
In a week, 3 times, 15 minutes.
Okay, that is good. Coming on more often, like 3 times a week, is better than coming on for a longer time once a week because you forget in between the weeks. So 3 times a week is very good. Good.
15 minutes. And we have a group in our country. We talk like 1 hour a day,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes 2 hours. We make practice and we make some grammar. We study some grammar.
Okay, that's fine too. Nothing wrong with that. You'll learn a little German. That's good. That's good. So you should do well if you're paying close attention to your language studies. If you leave them for a few months, you'll forget a lot of it. You'll forget a great deal of it.
Yeah. Right now, I try to remember what I forget in English language.
Right. So just what you're doing is one of the best ways of learning English. It's as close as you can get to going somewhere where they speak English. In other words, if you went to the United States, for instance, or you went to Canada, everybody's speaking English, you would, of course, learn English. But if you can't do that, then talking face to face over the internet with someone is about the next fastest way of doing it.
Yeah, we did that every day.
Yeah, that's good. Another thing that's very important is your listening, your hearing is very important.
Yeah.
If you go to an English language broadcast, like a CNN broadcast or an ABC broadcast, say a news broadcast or something like that, that you can record on your phone. And you do record it a minute, 2 minutes, some small amount. Then you take a piece of paper and you write down every single word that's said, every word, just the way
Yeah.
it's said. So you have a script. Save those. You have a video, you have the words. Then, when you have time, make a video of yourself. Talk to your computer, reading those words just exactly as you remember the other person saying them. Save that. You now have 2 videos. You have one video of the original person saying those words. You
And
also have a
for
video
yourself.
of you saying exactly those same words. Listen and hear, listen and watch them, listen and watch you, listen and watch them, listen and watch you. Now, both of them are coming in your ears. You're hearing them and you're hearing you. And you will usually make the necessary changes in your mind just like that. You can be a very good teacher as far as
Yeah, I will be. I
pronunciation.
try to do.
Some people it doesn't work for, but most people it will work for. You will recognize what you need to change faster than your tutor can tell you.
I want to ask you some question. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes when I speak to myself, I feel I am a good one in English language. But when I speak with a teacher like you or with my friend, I forget a lot of words. What's the problem?
There is no problem. That's not a problem. That's just a fact. When we speak to ourselves, we're speaking within our head. We have control of what is going to be said next. We can order the words up in here and we can kind of hear them in our mind and so on and so forth. That's fine. When we speak to someone else, we're usually answering a question or trying to make a statement. And it's very hard to do everything. We have to think of the word. First, we have to know what the word is. Then we have to put it together with the other words. It has to form a sentence. Then we have to take that sentence that's now up here in our mind, put it out through our mouth through a series of sounds. Sounds which don't mean anything unless we know the language. So converting the idea to the word to the sentence to the sound, and making that sound, that's a long process. It's a very complicated process. It's much longer than just thinking of it.
Thanks for that.
So there's nothing wrong with you having difficulty when you speak. There's nothing wrong with you not speaking to others as well as you can speak in your own mind. Nothing wrong with that at all.
But when I speak with myself, do I improve myself in English language?
You probably do, in the sense that you remember things. You use words and you know what the words mean. I mean, you don't just think of sounds, you think of words. So you're thinking of words, you're thinking of what they mean, and you're putting them in your memory. You're refreshing them in your memory. So it probably does help you. It doesn't help you anywhere near as much as speaking to people does.
Okay, that's nice. What I do to save a new word?
To learn a new word?
Yeah. Do I learn every single word, or I put it in the sentences?
No, you can't learn every single word. There are too many words. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of words.
Yeah.
If you just start with a word list, all the words in A, and all the words in B, and all the words in C, you'll learn a whole bunch of words. But you'll forget most of them because you don't use them. So your best way of learning words is to use them what we call in context, means within the sentence. In other words, if I was going to use the word improve, let's say I want to study the word improve, I would use a sentence like, in order to improve my English, I need to practice. Now, I have a sentence. I have that word improve, but I have that word in a sentence, and I know what that word means because I can understand in order to something my English, I have to practice. You kind of know what improve means, even if you didn't know. Do you see what I mean? So use it in context. And if you come in across some words that you want to learn, I'd like to learn that word. Try to make 6 or 8 or 10 sentences, statements that use that word, and say the sentences with that word in it. That will help you much more than just trying to learn the word. You can learn the word, but you'll forget it.
Yeah, I do that. I forget a lot of words. Right now, I try to put it in sentences.
In sentences.
And I try to use it with my friend.
Right. It works much better. Now, you're going to forget some anyway. We all forget some things. We go to the store to get something and we forgot to get it. Forgetting is normal. It's okay. Once in a while, you'll forget something, but you try to remember as much as you can. And using words in sentences helps you to remember them. You see a meaning to them. If you use a word that doesn't have a meaning, it doesn't stay with you.
So I use the word, it's have a meaning, and I use it in my life.
Yeah. Something that you do. Some simple thing that you do. Just use that word in talking about what you do. Now, that may mean that you have to talk about something that you don't usually do, but you can pretend you do it. You can act as if you did it.
Yeah, like I want to do it. In the future, like that.
Right. In other words, if you were trying to learn the word pilot as a verb, you could say, someday I would like to pilot a plane, which means, I want to fly. I want to learn to fly. I want to pilot a plane. That's a lot better than just saying, oh, there's a word pilot. I got to remember pilot. Much better.
Okay, that's so nice, teacher.
So Try that. If it doesn't work, then by all means stop doing it. Anything that doesn't work with you or your friends, you should stop doing because it doesn't work. But give it a good try.
Okay.
Try it before you stop it.
Yeah, right now I use the practice to improve my English language.
Yeah, you're doing very well because when you speak, I can understand you. I know what you're saying.
That's good.
That's good. To me, that's good English. It's not perfect
Okay,
English,
thanks
but
for
it is
that.
good. It's good English.
How is my grammar in English language?
It's good. It's very good. It's not perfect, but it's good. It's very good, and it's something that you can improve easily. You're good enough in your grammar, your
Yeah.
vocabulary, and your pronunciation. That's the three things you need so that you can improve your English pretty quickly. You're doing well.
Okay, I'll do that.
Keep practicing with your friends
Okay.
and on Cambly.
Yeah, I will do that in Cambly every
Yeah,
day, every 3 days.
yeah. It will help you a lot. Why do you want to know English? What makes you interested in English?
I want to join to university
I see. Okay. Okay.
to apply to the
Right.
university.
And they will have classes in English, which makes it
Yeah,
very important. Sure. Okay.
and it's helped me to get a scholarship every country in the world.
Okay. Well, that's good. What would you like to study?
I like to study business
Okay.
administration.
Okay. Business administration is a very good field to get into. There are a lot of jobs available in it, and you can do a lot with it. It's very good. You can go up in the business a lot with a degree in business administration. Some people also go on and get master's degrees in business administration.
Yeah, I will not stop. I will finish bachelor and I will go to master.
Hmm. That's great.
If I can, I open company in the
Good,
future.
good,
No problem.
good. That would be very good. If you're interested in that kind of thing, if you're interested in operating a company, then business administration would be a very good major for you to specialize in. It would be excellent. Now, would you like to open a business in your own country, or do you want to open a business internationally, or do you know yet?
Maybe
Okay,
internationally.
that's fine. Because with the internet, it's pretty easy to do that.
Yeah, and I will try right now in my country. When I become better and better, I will be
Yeah,
internationally.
good. That's a perfectly good plan. Where are you in school now?
I finished my high
Okay,
school
so
and I learned.
you'll be going to the university soon, then, is that true? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Now, will the coronavirus hold you up? Will it stop you from going, or can you go online?
I go
Okay,
online in Minnesota
in Minnesota. Okay, fine. Yeah,
University
yeah,
online.
that's fine. That's fine. And get an online degree is perfectly good. That's perfectly good. Very good.
And another time I came here to improve myself in English
Good.
language.
That's great. You're doing very well. How are your friends doing? Do they do well in English too? The ones that you're talking to?
Yeah, they do
Good.
well. And one of them, they teach us English
Ah,
language. He's perfect in English
that's good.
language.
That's excellent. It's good to have somebody that you can count on and you can get some help from.
Yeah, if we don't know something, we ask him, and he answers us directly.
Now, an
What?
English dictionary, a book with all the
No, I
words in
don't
it
have.
that gives the definition of them. That's okay. I'd advise maybe you'd like to get one. You can get a book, or you can go online. You can do this online too. You can get an Arabic English dictionary. And when you need to know a word that you don't know, or you need to know more about it, you can look it up online under the Arabic, then see the English definition, or the other way around. They're very helpful. Thank you. Is that fixed now?
Yeah, it's good right now.
Okay. Because of all the people on the internet, not just Cambly, but YouTube and Facebook and Ask What and so on and so forth, the internet sometimes just kind of
Yeah, yeah.
just fails. So
Pick up
every
back.
time that you're on something with Cambly and it fails, if it bothers you, sign out, come back in again. It probably will work. Once in a while, when you sign out, the instructor will have another call that they have to go to. It sometimes happens, but it won't happen often. You can come back in and probably keep talking to that same tutor.
Okay, okay.
Right? It usually works. Okay, so you're doing well on your English. You're working hard on it. It's doing some good. You're going to be using it. How soon will you be starting your university?
Maybe after coronavirus, I'll
Okay.
collect some money,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
when I get chance, I will begin university directly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you have time to practice before you start your university. In my opinion, your English now is probably good enough for you to do pretty well in the university. You say it's in Minnesota?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And they teach in English?
yeah. We have a class in English language.
Okay. You should do well. I think you'll do well. I think you're doing good.
Do you think can I go any university like this English language
Can you go to any university?
with this English?
You probably could. There are some universities that might require a better English. And in a lot of cases, if you're going to Canada, Great
Yeah,
Britain, Australia, New Zealand, if you were actually to go there, they would require you to take the IELTS exam. Are you familiar with that? The IELTS exam?
yeah. But I think I will not bring the all degree
Yeah.
in it.
But they require you to pass the IELTS exam in order to get in order to come. So you may want to pay attention to that. You may want to look at the IELTS exam and the IELTS exam preparation. All IELTS is just speaking English. It's just a way of practicing English. And if you don't need it, which you may not, I don't think that you need it from the standpoint of you don't understand. You seem to understand English good. You speak English
Yeah,
well.
I understand it
Yeah.
good.
I don't think you have to have IELTS unless it's a requirement. Some places it is a requirement.
Yeah, some place they pass
Yeah. So
exam.
you might want to practice just to have it around, just to have it available. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I do right now. I try to help myself
Yeah.
to practice and practice every
Mhm.
day
Where
until be good.
where in Saudi Arabia are you?
In Mecca.
In Mecca. Okay. So you're right
Yeah.
in the holy city, in Mecca. And have you always lived there?
Yes, with my family.
Ah, very good. That's very good. And how is your family? Are they doing well?
My mother speak English language.
Does she really? Well, that's good. That's very good. You have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 3 brothers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Good. Do they like English also?
Yes, my small brother, he likes English language.
Uh-huh. All right, that's good. gives you someone to practice with in addition to your friends. That's good. Do you like to travel? Do you travel in Saudi Arabia to the other cities?
Yeah, before 3 months, I traveled to Kenya, Uganda,
Oh,
Rwanda.
all right. That's great. That's a nice trip. That's very pretty in those areas. I've never been to them, but I've seen pictures of them and talked to people in different areas there. Those are very, very pretty. Did you say you went to Kenya also?
What?
Did you say Kenya was one of the companies?
Yes,
Kenya, yeah. Yeah,
yes.
there's a person that runs a tour facility in Kenya who is very nice that occasionally I talk to. Yeah.
And I was there in 2018
Were you? Very good.
in Kenya and Uganda.
Hmm.
There is when I learned English language in the beginning.
Hmm. Very good. That's excellent. That's excellent. So keep practicing. Travel if you'd like to. You know, traveling is very good. You can learn a lot from traveling, especially if you want to go into business, because traveling, you know, exposes you to a lot more. You learn a lot more when you travel.
Yeah, and you make a new relationship.
Yeah, yes, you do. If you're going to work internationally in your business, then of course travel is very important. But even if you're going to work just in Saudi Arabia, traveling can be very helpful. It can give you a lot of relaxation. You like it, you enjoy it. You know, you relax, and you can learn a lot. That's good. That's good. What does your father do?
My father, electrician.
I'm sorry.
Electrician.
I see. Okay. All right. Uh,
I forget it in
that's
English.
okay. We don't read it. I was just that.
He fix like lamp and
That's okay. We don't.
electrician something like
Yeah,
that.
we don't need to know. I just ask because I like to change the conversation so they have different
Yeah,
things to
yeah.
talk about.
Okay, that's good and helpful also.
It is. If you change the conversation, it's very good. What do you do in your free time when you don't have coronavirus? Now, I understand you're staying in home at coronavirus, but when you don't have coronavirus, what do you like to do? What do you like to do for entertainment, for fun?
I like going to the gym
Okay, that's good.
and I like swimming
All right.
and I like to make vlogs and video in YouTube
All
channel.
right. Yeah,
In my YouTube channel.
YouTube is very good. They have a lot of good stuff on YouTube that you can study. It's especially good if you want to learn English. Now, of course, they have Arabic too, but they have Arabic and English. You can look at whatever you'd like to. That's good. Excuse me just a second.
Okay.
Thank you. That's good.
Welcome.
And when you're swimming, do you swim at the gym? Do you have an indoor pool, or do you go outside to swim?
In the
In
game,
the gym, yeah.
we have pool in the
Hmm.
game.
That's good. That's good because that way you can swim whenever you want to. Is it open all the time? Is it open all the way around the day, or does it close at night?
It's closed at
Okay.
night, 12 p.m.
Hmm. Okay.
and it's open another day, next day at 6
Oh, well,
p.m.
that's,
in
that's
the
not
morning.
bad.
6 a.m. in the
Yeah,
morning.
that's not bad. 6 a.m. to 12. That's pretty reasonable. That's pretty reasonable. Do some of your friends go with you when you go to the gym?
No, right now I going alone.
You go alone. Okay.
Sometimes when my friend get enough time, he come
Yeah.
with me.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
We exercise together in the
Yeah.
game.
That's good. That's good. That helps. A lot of times, exercising together gives everybody a chance to do different things. That's very good. So, you sound like you have everything kind of, pretty well put together. Your English is pretty good. Your pronunciation is good.
Thank
Your grammar is good. You seem to have a good vocabulary. We've talked about a way to learn new words. Put them in a sentence so that they make sense to you. You know, there's something meaning that goes with the word, not just a list of words. We've talked about that. We've talked about recording so that you can hear yourself. If you hear yourself, a lot of times you'll fix pronunciation and usage issues right away. You can do that yourself. You can be a good teacher. And I think that given what you're doing, you should progress pretty well, pretty quickly. Should work all right.
What does it mean, progress?
What does it mean to progress? It means to move forward.
Yeah.
To move forward. To get better.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Progress, move forward, get better, it's all the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. How is that? Do you think, can I begin in slang to learn how to speak like Native American slang or academy right now?
You can, and the hearing business where you record things is good for that. That's very good. You should stick to basic English first. First, get your basic English down. Then, if you want to learn, there are English idioms. We call them idioms. They are English words that are used in the United States, which are they're a little different. They're idioms, they're ways of saying things, like we say 24/7 when we mean all around the day. I mean 24 hours, 7 days a week. When something's open all the time, we say 24/7. Now, people who don't know English idioms wouldn't know that. We say that
They don't get that.
someone is on the clock. On the clock means that they're working. So there's a whole bunch of idioms like that that you can learn. We have lists of them right here on Cambly that you can learn. But do your basic English first, then your idioms, then your slang terms, and you'll be in good shape.
Okay.
Good shape.
Can I put this video on YouTube in my channel or not?
I don't know. I have no idea whether you can do that or not. I just tutor. I don't do any of the technical stuff on Cambly, so I have no idea if you can or not. Sorry.
No, I can't download this video on my computer. But first, I want to ask you if I can put it in YouTube to share it with my friend to get some good advice.
I don't care. I don't care if you do. That's okay with me. I don't know what Cambly has told you. Has Cambly told you that you could do that and it would be okay?
Yeah,
okay,
it's okay.
Fine. If it's okay with you and it's okay with Cambly, I don't care. No, I don't care at all. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
That's fine.
But it's good that when you ask someone about his opinion.
When you ask someone about their opinion, what about that?
I mean, like, do you like that or not? Maybe some teachers don't like that. Because that I asked
Well, I don't mind people asking my opinion. It may be that I might have an opinion that I wouldn't want to share for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe not. And so I just say, well, I don't think I can share that opinion. That's all. But it wouldn't bother me if somebody asked me. No, it doesn't bother me at all if people ask for opinions. That's fine. Perfectly okay.
Okay, thank you for that, and thank you for this good
Well,
advice.
thank you. Thank you for coming on, and keep doing exactly what you're doing now. Cambly, 3 times a week, recording, practicing words in a sentence. You'll do great.
Okay.
Good luck now.
Thank you so much.
Bye.